Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I'm your yarn host Jennifer, and today we have a little bit of Amazon, a little bit of Dollar Tree, a little bit of Hobby Lobby. We got a lot of things going on. I just wanted to test out some products, and in order to do that I thought I would record while I'm testing out products. So it's going to be kind of unbagging, unboxing, and also review video. So I mean, fun stuff. Now, I ordered some hooks. I've had these hooks before. I have been sent these hooks in Happy Mail. And also, first of all, I ordered the case that go with it extra because it's rainbow. And let me pull up my receipt so I can give you guys prices of what I paid for this. Where is my order? Let's see. I hate how Amazon does things because they don't give you, like, you gotta click on each individual thing. Okay, the hook set, Prym hook set, which is 5 hooks, it's saying it was $23.28. I thought it was cheaper than that, but $23 for 5 hooks. And then this cute little rainbow case was, I think, $12 on top of it. Yeah, so the combination of the two were $36.24 for hooks and a case. And the reason I bought them is because, honestly, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I saw Jujus Stitch talking about these hooks, and I've talked about these hooks in the past, and I promise you I'm not trying to steal Jada's idea. I wanted to discuss these against Hobby Lobby hooks. And I've done that in the past where I have explained the difference, but I actually bought Hobby Lobby hooks to do a side-by-side comparison. But this was just for fun because it's rainbow and you guys know I love rainbow. Jada is actually going to be doing a video on the Prym hooks. She's never used them before. I have experience with them. So go watch Jada's video. You will absolutely see a difference in opinion between my review and her review. Neither of us are right, neither of us are wrong. It's just, it's two different people having opinions on their hooks. I have not talked to Jada, but I'm predicting, because she has much tinier hands than me, and her hook preference is much different than my hook preference. And so I think her review is going to be drastically different than mine. And honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing what she says. Because I kind of already have an idea of what her opinion is going to be, because I've been watching her a long time. I could be totally wrong. But check out Jujus N Stitches. Jada is a very, very sweet person, and I admire her greatly, and she's the reason I have a channel at all. So, the hook case is very minimal. It's just like, you could use this for makeup brushes, you could use it for crochet hooks, for like, whatever your notions are. It's very basic. It's just an empty sack. It's not spectacular, but it's rainbow, and that's why I purchased it. I want it because it's rainbow purchase, okay? Let's just be honest. Alright, so, like I said, these hooks are $23 American dollars for 5 hooks. The hook sizes are E, G, 7, H, and J, which confuse the heck out of me because I don't use the letter system. I go by milligrams, or milligrams, yeah. I go by millimeters. So it's a 3.5 millimeter, a 4, a 4.5, a 5, and a 6 millimeter. And then I wanted to have a full set of these plasticky hooks. So I went to Hobby Lobby and I bought the in-between sizes. And I also bought these because they're bees, and these are for needles. This is not... It's not a crochet thing. You put these on the end of your needles, but I bought them because they're bees and they're hives. And they're so stinking cute. And I had to have them. These were $2.79. I don't know why there's 2 price tags on there, but like they gave you an extra one in case you didn't see the first one. So $2.79, a little repetitive. But yeah, those are super cute. Anyway, so what I did is I looked at the hooks. And by the way, these are $1.99 for the smaller sizes. $2.29 for the bigger sizes. So what I did is I got, so this starts at 3.5 millimeters, 4, I thought I had a 4.5. They may not have had a 4.5. Then they had US 7, which is 4.5. Oh, that's why, because this is 4.5. So 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5. I bought a 5.5. This is 6. I bought a 6.5, a 7, and an 8. Okay, so for the grand total of 2, 4, 6, 8, $8.60, I got 4 plastic hooks that are very similar to the Prym hooks. Now, I'm going to unbox all of these because I want to show you guys. These hooks are so dang similar. They're so similar. I've worked with both of them. I used to have a collection of the Hobby Lobby hooks, but I think it was Scarlett, when she was a puppy, ate them. And every time I would leave one out, she would grab it and chew it up because it feels good on her, because they're rubber handles. And it's not full rubber handles. This hook don't want to come out. It's like, no, I'm too big. Rip it. All right. Get rid of the refuge. Right over there in the garbage pile. All right, so we have 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6. What did I say this was? K. What is K? See, that's what I hate. That's the one downside of these hooks. Hang on. K. Oh nope, it's on the other side. So 6, 6.5, 7, 8. All right, we got a full hook set for $23. What did I say? $11. 2, 4, 6. Set. No, 2, 4, 6, 8. $8.60. $8.60 plus 23. That's like $30. I got a whole set. A whole set. These hooks are pretty durable. Like, you could drop them. They don't break. They're literally plastic and rubber. You could play pickup sticks with them. You can have a grand old time. Alright. Now the Prym have the size here where it just says it's an E. And on the back side there's nothing. But the Hobby Lobby hooks, that's not Hobby Lobby. The Hobby Lobby has K on one side and 6.5 on the other side, which is why I actually like the Hobby Lobby a little bit better. The Hobby Lobby is also cheaper. It's $2 a hook, $2.30 a hook. All right, so that's where the Dollar Tree yarn comes in, because I didn't want to have to go find. Honestly, I'm looking. I'm like, what yarn do I want to use for a review? I just got rid of all of my yarn review yarn. This says it's a lightweight number 3 and use a 5mm hook. So where's the 5? I don't remember if the 5 was Prym or not, because my memory is shot. 5 is the H. This one right here. The ugliest color of the bunch. It's like pumpkin food baby food, or butternut squash baby food. Alright, so we got the H hook. I'm also going to grab thicker yarn and use a Hobby Lobby hook. Because when I look at these side by side, when I feel them side by side, they're really close to each other. There's just a huge difference in price. The Prym hooks you can buy the Prym hooks at Michael's. I got mine on Amazon. Matter of fact, how much are they on Michael's? I just put a knot in there. I don't think I have the Michael's app. I think I deleted it. Michael's. I may be getting a phone call during this because my niece is currently at the hospital. She's fine. Don't worry about her. She got a kidney stone, just like I told her. She called me up freaking out. I was like, it sounds like your kidney. And then she called me. She said, yeah, they said I had a kidney stone. I said, dang, I should be a doctor. Alright, so the Prym hooks are, wow, $6.99 to $9.99 for one hook. $35.99 for the set I just bought. But I paid $36 and I got the little case with it. And this doesn't come with a case. So yeah, wow, those are expensive at Michael's. Check out Amazon, they're cheaper. Yeah, but this is why I'm doing Prym versus the Hobby Lobby yarn because, or not yarn. That's from Kathy. She sent me a package. Thanks, Kathy. Shout out to Kathy. Alright, so we're starting with a 5mm hook and this yarn. Now these are plastic. They're plastic. If you don't like plastic hooks, you're probably not going to like these hooks. They are much slower than the hooks that I generally use. But what I like about them is they're really, really lightweight. And I like that they're not breakable. Now, you're probably saying, but Jen, you use resin hooks. They're not the same. They're not the same. They're not the same. Alright, now the type of head on here is inline. So think Susan Bates more so than Boy. But maybe that's why I like them, is because they're more inline than they are the, why is my brain not thinking of the name? Inline, tapered, as opposed to the tapered. There's my knot. These hooks were my favorite for a long time, and I like these when I'm working on a project that I need to slow down on, because you guys will see during my tutorials quite often when I'm working with a slippery hook like the Omi hook specifically, or furls, I slip out of my stitches a lot because I get going really, really fast. Well, the problem with crocheting really fast is that causes a lot of wear and tear and strain on my fingers, my hands, my wrists specifically, and it causes a lot of like pain. So I like the Prym for that because it slows me down, because there's more drag on the hook than my normal hooks. I also really like that these are so lightweight. Now, the thing I think Jada might have a problem with, but I can't talk for her, is that they're really long. These hooks are long, and the hooks Jada uses are much shorter. But like I said, go watch her review, because this is not Jada's review, this is Jen's review. And I'm always curious, because I get a lot of people who say, I don't like the hooks that you like because they're too long for my hands. I totally understand that. And that's why I'm like, go check out Jada, because Jada has smaller hands. Jada prefers smaller, much smaller hooks. I think her hooks are probably like 2 inches shorter than mine. I think she uses the tulip ones. And the only tulip ones that I have are the ones that she doesn't like. Because I'm not a big fan of little hooks. But let's get out a tape measure. This hook is 6.5 inches. Try one of the smaller ones. This one. The Hobby Lobby hooks are slightly shorter at 6.25 inches. Slightly shorter. About a ½ inch shorter. No, 1/4 inch shorter, not a half. Brain. Whereas, I don't know if I have a small one in here. I don't think I have any smaller style hooks in here. I think I got rid of them because I don't use them. Oh, here's one. Here, I have some. These are more of the average size hooks that if you don't like the long hooks, see, these are only 5.5 inches. And these are about on par with like the Tulip Etimo and the Tulip and the Clovers. They're all about this same length. This is a typical Boy hook. It's just shy of 6 inches. This is your regular metal hook. Just shy of 6 inches. So when people don't like the furls, the Omi, the Prym, the Hobby Lobby hooks, generally it's because they say that it's too long. And depending on how you crochet, oh man, look at that. That vein is popping. It's because this part bothers them, because maybe the way they crochet, it will hit them. Like hit them. Or some people says that they might hold like closer down and it stabs them here. Now the shorter hooks, I put it away too soon. The reason I don't like the shorter hooks is because I choke the neck. When I hold up here because I use my finger a lot to control. So when I hold these like that, they stab me here. And then that calluses up and that irritates me. This is why I don't, because I have big hands. I mean, my hands are tiny and minuscule next to Mr. Cinnamon. He has giant man hands. But the smaller hooks like hit me here and it starts to irritate me after a while. Whereas the longer hooks stick out past my hand and doesn't cause me any issues when I'm crocheting. So, personal preference and hand size and the way you hold these drastically differ. Now, let's see if you're a pencil grip. I'm really bad at pencil grip, so just bear with me. I'm really bad at this. Some people have said they don't like the pencil, or they don't like this size, style, shape of hook because they pencil grip. I think my mom used to pencil grip, but I'm not positive on that. She's been gone so long, like I just don't remember. For me, because I have always had hard time gripping pencils. I have really bad penmanship. And that's why I prefer this style, even if I were to try and pencil grip to crochet, because to me this feels like those rubber grips that they used to make me use in elementary school. You know what I'm talking about, them triangle things, because they were convinced that that would help me write better. They didn't, but they felt better in my hand, so I used them. And I mean, if the school's giving you free school products, you're just going to use them, right? So this is like to use this pencil grip, which I am not real good at. I'm getting better at it. Maybe I should start practicing. Y'all would have your mind blown if you saw me. I could also left hand crochet now. I've been working with that. That makes my brain smoke though. I am ambidextrous. I can use both hands equally with most things. Crochet, because I only knew how to crochet right-handed since I was a little girl, is when I learned to crochet officially. It's very confusing to me to try to left-handed, and it takes me a while to get the hang of it, but I can do it. I totally should start practicing other ways to crochet, just so I can confuse all of you. Alright. We're going to switch back because that's ridiculously slow. So this yarn, we're going to review the yarn while we're at it, because this is a brand new yarn from Dollar Tree, which you should have seen that video. This yarn feels like it has a waxy buildup on it, which with plastic hooks like this will eventually build up. There are some yarns that have, I don't know what is on them. There's like some sort of weird coating, and when you crochet for long periods of time, you start to get buildup on here, and you got to rub it on your pants to get the buildup off. It drives me nuts. All right, I'm going to switch without switching yarn. I'm going to switch over to the 5.5 millimeter, because that 0.5 millimeter is really not going to make a difference. The Hobby Lobby hook feels more textured. This feels more silky or smooth glossy, but it wasn't crocheting like super slick. The Hobby Lobby is just slightly, like it's the equivalent of matte or matte finish versus glossy. That's the difference that feels like. The handles feel identical. The only difference between the handles is the print is different. This is, the plastic goes all the way down and the rubber is overlaid. So this is plastic. This is plastic underneath. And if you sat and picked at this, you could actually pull the rubber off, which I haven't had a problem with the rubber coming off, but you absolutely could. The rubber on both of these feel exactly the same. And neither of them smell, I mean, they smell slightly rubbery, but not enough to make your hands stink or anything like that. And the funny part is, this is more textured or matte finish, and this feels more slippery than the glossy one. The glossy one was kind of sticking and felt like it was getting built up. That's really strange because I would have predicted that it would have been an opposite. This yarn is fantastic. It is a very basic acrylic, but it's not rough and it's not irritating my skin like at all. I'm gonna wager a guess to say this is made in Turkey. Made in Turkey. I know my Turkish yarns. This yarn reminds me of which one of the speckled yarns? You know what I'm talking about? Premier had all those speckled yarns. It doesn't feel like the anti-pilling. It feels like the other one. I know I have one. Let me look at my bucket up here while I'm crocheting. I think I see it. I don't have this colorway of it. The Hobby Lobby ones are smoother. That's so crazy. I'll be right back. Nope, that doesn't feel like that at all. Alright, I was wrong. I thought that was like the Dottie, and it's not. The Dottie is way silkier than this. I know that I have, you know what? I know what this reminds me of. This. It is an unknown yarn. I got this at a thrift store. And I have some of this in speckle spots that is almost identical. And I'm pretty sure that's not my hair because my hair is not black. But this is a thrift store yarn. This is what it reminds me of. So if any of you recognize this, that's what it reminds me of. Yeah. Unknown. I knew I had yarn that would go with this. Not at all scratchy. Not at all scratchy. I was so excited to see Dollar Tree had speckled yarns because you guys know I love speckled yarns and it made me so happy. And then, honestly, I totally stole the hook idea from Jada. I'm being real honest, and part of me is like super guilty that I bought them because I saw them on her channel and I saw that she was going to do a review on them, and I was not at all trying to steal her thunder. And if she at all took it that way, that's not at all what I was trying to do. Like, I really want you to watch her video, but I wanted to compare them to the Hobby Lobby, and I've actually done a video on this before where I did the Hobby Lobby versus the Prym, and I don't know if I can find it, so which is why we made a new video and we're practicing with these hooks. Also, I really wanted some more of these hooks because, like I said, Scarlett ate them all. I had a bunch of the Hobby Lobby ones. Scarlett ate them, and I think I have this one already, and I don't have a clue where it's at. So totally wanted some more of these plastic hooks. And these hooks are really good because while I prefer my resin hooks more than anything in the world, very often I have a hook that is sitting in a project bag and I'm like, okay, if anybody sits on that, my hook is broke. If I drop the hook, it's broke. If I take the hook on vacation, it's broke. And so I wanted some of these plastic hooks so that I had hooks that could travel around with me on my many adventures, and that I could, I didn't have to worry about so much. Because with summer coming, I'm going to be on the road a lot more. I'm planning on doing things with little man specifically, and that's why I bought the case too, so that it's something quick and easy I could take with me in case I take him up and we have a little picnic somewhere at, like, we have a bunch of little places that are our secret locations, and let him go run around and be a 9-year-old, almost 10-year-old kid, and me sit and crochet and just spend time with him and have picnic and all that, just so that, you know. Now, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I prefer the Hobby Lobby hooks to the Prym. These are crocheting up way smoother. These also have the same inline head. The heads are almost identical. The base, the rubber handle, almost identical. Like I said, the Hobby Lobby are a slightly different length. And let me just... Sometimes you'll get hooks and they'll be different lengths because of the different sizes. Yeah, see? So the Hobby Lobby, the bigger the hook you get, the longer the hook is. Hang on. Let's pull the tape measure back out. The smallest of the Hobby Lobby hooks is 6 1/4 inches. This is the biggest one. Is seven and what, an eighth? Not 1/8. What is that? I'm really bad with the measurement. Okay, it goes to right here. Whatever that measurement is. Let me zoom you in. It goes to right here. Whatever that means. Come on. Focus. Yeah, it's like, nope, we're not focusing today, sir. Really? Yep, it's like not. Okay, whatever. This camera's gonna act stupid. So the Hobby Lobby hooks vary according to size. Let's check the Prym hooks. This is the H. Six and a half. The biggest one is the J. The J is 6 3/4. So yeah, I guess they are different heights. Yeah, they're definitely different heights. So I guess they're the same when it comes to that. So the bigger the hook, the taller the hook is for both brands. What hook was I using? This one, right? Yeah. I think if you're going to compare the two hooks, which one are you going to prefer? They're so similar that you really could buy either hook. The Hobby Lobby hooks are obviously cheaper. Let's see. 26. Hang on. Let's get exactly the right prices here. It was like 20. We'll say 27. We'll round it up. 27 divided by 5 hooks is $5.40 each if you buy the set on Amazon. These are $1.99 each, or $2.29 for the bigger sizes each. And even if you bought the whole set of them, it would be around 20 bucks, give or take, for a whole set. Hobby Lobby has 100 different types of hooks there. They have the straight metal ones, they have the rubber handle ones, they have light up hooks, they have, I mean, whatever your pleasure is, they have a hook to meet your need. They also have rubber handles that are rainbow rubber handles that I hate. And the reason I hate them is, I mean, their head is more of a boy style head, I believe. I haven't bought one because I don't like the way they feel, but the rubber handle is nothing like this. The rubber handle looks more like this, but it's sticky. And I have watched, I think it was Llama Mama Kayla was using it, and the fuzz from her yarn was sticking to the hook, and she had to wash it. And I had seen several other people say the same thing, that the rubber on the handle of the rainbow hooks, which are similar to this at Hobby Lobby, the fluff, the fuzz, the lint sticks to the handle. These don't do that. This is a very smooth, rubbery, like, it just feels nice. It's not, I mean, it's slightly sticky, so you're not going to throw it. Like, it sticks enough that you can grip it and it's not going to slide out of your hand. Like, these are very slippery, and I have dropped these because it's so slippery. Whereas both these style hooks have the rubber handle, and it gives you grip and it gives you power without weighing anything else. That's another thing we can do. These hooks weigh next to nothing. Come on. I think we need a new battery. Ow, I hit my head. Grams. 11 grams. The biggest one, 12 grams. Hobby Lobby. 10 grams. The biggest one, 11 grams. Then you get a furls hook. 20 grams is double the weight. Rubber handled hook. 26 grams. What else can we weigh? What else can we weigh? Let's try out of fairness to weigh an Omi hook. 19. Another style Omi hook. 26. Furls Odyssey, these are the big heavy ones. 40 grams. And that's a small, that's a 4mm. So, oh, here's another plastic style hook. These are clovers. I got these at Hobby Lobby for like $2 on clearance. So I have two, I think, of these. I think I have two of these. 10 grams, so they're on par. These are more of a plasticky. I mean, it's rubbery, but it's more hard. It's more hard. I haven't used these. These are inline as well. But I only have this because it's, it was a clearance item. And these, again, are much shorter. And part of the problem I have is they hit me right there when I'm crocheting. Which is why it's in the drawer and it's not being used. So, weight also is a very big variable when it comes to crocheting. Especially if you have grip issues or any kind of hand issues. The really light plastic hooks are, they're a little bit easier to use because A, you don't have to grip them to hold on to them because they stick to your hand a little bit. Like, they're not going to slide out real easy. But also, what was I going to say? They're lightweight, so that's not... A lot of the problems that people have had with the furls hook specifically that I have heard is that they're really heavy. And they hate using them because they hurt their wrist because it's so heavy when you're trying to, like, maneuver. These weigh like next to nothing. They weigh next to nothing, and they're really good because of that. Now, if you don't have a Hobby Lobby near you, obviously the Prym is your next best bet. And I think that was part of the problem with Jada N Stitches is she's in Canada and they don't have Hobby Lobby. But, I mean, if Jada ever needs anything from a Hobby Lobby, I will gladly send it to her. She just got to say the word. I'm just saying. I will send that woman anything she wants. But, yeah. That's why I wanted to do the side-by-side comparison because... The Prym are good. The Prym are nice. I really wanted the hook case, but the Hobby Lobby are just as nice, if not nicer, and they're a much better price. And they are, the only difference is this is shiny, glossy, this is matte. but this is smoother. The mat is smoother. And of course, that could be different between each yarn. Like if you are and I say this because some yarns and some hooks are not compatible. So if you are ever crocheting on a project and like the yarn is really splitty or the yarn is really sticking to your crochet hook, switch hooks, because there can be a huge difference to where yarns and hooks are not compatible just by switching from that hook to this hook, or that hook to this hook, or any of those hooks to a metal hook. Some yarns and some hooks are absolutely not compatible. So keep that in mind too. If you're working with a hook and you're like, oh my god, I hate this hook, try it with a different yarn and you may have a totally different opinion. I have some crochet hooks that I will only use with bamboo because, and this would be a perfect bamboo hook. And I'm going to tell you why. It's not super slippery, even this one. It's not super slippery and it's not super pointy here, so it's less likely to split, and it's not super pointy and sharp here, whereas some of my other hooks are really sharp here, and this will split a yarn coming back through. Or if it's too sharp here, let me see if I can find one. If it's too sharp here, this will split it going into the hook. So with bamboo, I would actually prefer this style hook for all of those reasons. It will make the yarn less slippery on your hook, and it will be less likely to split because bamboo can tend to be splitty. Or even Caron Simply Soft. This would be a really good hook for Caron Simply Soft. I don't know if I have any to test with, but as you can see, I really like the yarn because I kept crocheting. I really like the hooks. The case is okay. I mean, for $11, I wanted it to unroll and have spots for my hook to stay in there, but this holds my entire set of plastic hooks. I can throw tape measure in there. I can throw my cute little, and I got these from Amazon too. They're super cute. They're birds. My little bird in there. I can throw my needle points in there, even though this is not crochet. Let's see if we can fit a ball of yarn in here. Oh, look at that. Dollar Tree yarn fits. Let's see if we can zip it up without snagging the yarn. That is an on-the-go project bag. Look at that. Be careful because Velcro can stick to yarn. Look at that. There is yarn in there, guys. The whole project, all my hooks are in there. Everything I need for my project. There's room in there for stitch markers. So yeah, I will link what I can link below. I will link the Prym set below. I will link the Hobby Lobby stuff below, just because if you're in the United States, you actually can order from Hobby Lobby's website. I will link the Dollar Tree yarn below because you can buy that online. And I am not an affiliate for Hobby Lobby or Dollar Tree. Just so you know, this is just my opinions on things. I just wanted to do a fun video. Thank you to Jada for giving me the idea, even though I didn't ask permission to do this and I knew she was doing one. But definitely go check out Jada's video. And the reason I say check out Jada's video, who may very well have a complete different opinion than me, is don't just trust my opinion. And I get a lot of people that, I trust you so much. Yes, but you and I might have different tastes in things. We might have different size hands, different hook styles. We may crochet differently. Even if you crochet knife style like I do, that doesn't mean you hold your yarn and your hooks the same way that I do, because everybody crochets their own unique special way. And that's why I suggest watching more than one video on something before you decide whether you love it or hate it, because you may have smaller hands like Jada, you may have larger hands like me, you may crochet more like her, you may crochet more like me. These things are all things to take into consideration before you make a purchase, especially something that can be as expensive or as wasteful as crochet hooks. I tell you what I prefer, but not everybody has those same opinions and feelings that I do, and a lot of people hate the Omi hooks or the Furls hooks, and that's okay. That is okay. Just because they're my favorite doesn't mean you're going to love them. So I am, however, going to tell you, if you have a Dollar Tree near you, check the Dollar Tree website. You can get a case of the speckled yarn for, I don't know, $20 or $30. I think it's $30 for a case. But you don't get to pick the colors, but I think it's a mix of all of the colors of the speckles, which there's only like 6 colors of the speckles. So if you absolutely had to have it, you could order it from Dollar Tree. But also Dollar Tree is showing you what's in stock at local stores. It's not always 100% correct, but I always check if it's available near me before I go out to the store, because I get so irritated going location to location and like not finding what I want. But if you do have a Dollar Tree with yarn, this yarn is really nice. Like it worked up really nice. This would even make cute baby items. What is the wash? Hand wash cold, do not bleach, dry flat, do not iron, do not dry clean. Okay, maybe it wouldn't be good for baby items. Baby sweaters, because baby sweaters don't really get that dirty anyway, and you can hand wash that, but I really like this yarn. I like the way it feels. It is very cool. And check out Jada. I don't know when her video is coming up, but I'm sure it's going to be sometime soon. And just to get a different opinion on the Prym hooks. I think they're expensive for what they are, especially when I have easy access to Hobby Lobby and I get them much cheaper, and Hobby Lobby is basically a dupe or a knockoff of the Prym. So yeah, but I really think Jada is going to prefer the other ones that she bought to go up against these because they're shorter. It's just my prediction, but you have to watch Jada to see. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something, because I talked a whole lot, and I actually had fun playing with my hooks and my yarn, and now I need to go find a project to work on because I'm bored. But with that, I will let you go, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.